So the defense received a file, and this all came out in court today, that was titled IMG and then some numbers. And that was the video that was emailed by Krause to the defense. A video that, by the way, was created roughly 20 minutes after the file that was sent to the crime lab, the higher resolution file. And that is roughly the rendering time or conversion time on a weaker, lower-powered laptop. Since the law tubers all seem to be Android plebs, let me explain exactly why Krause is lying about sending the file directly to the defense. He claimed that the file he got renamed for multiple reasons, including part of the email, part of the download process from the email. But there is only one possible reason for an iPhone or for a file on an iPhone to get named with the IMG prefix. That file was stored in the phone's camera roll. Krause claims that he lacks the ability to compress or manipulate a video file. And yet, he has Handbrake, and there was another file manipulation and compression tool on that computer. A shortcut was on the desktop of that computer. You can kind of see it in the screenshot here, or if we go to the PBS footage, you can see it right here. Oh, the one above it is Format Factory. This is on the PBS NewsHour version of the stream. So you have Handbrake and Format Factory. These are file conversion and compression tools. Now, they don't have to compress, but they have the ability to compress. So,
probably on command.
Going back to the first set of tweets, Handbrake spotted on the computer of prosecution attorney. For background, Handbrake is a tool for transcoding, converting videos, and compressing, downsizing them. The prosecution is being accused by the defense of doctoring critical evidence. The prosecution claims to lack the technical ability to do so. These are pretty user-friendly and very easy tools to use. They have wizards that give you step-by-step instructions. And Google gives you that ability as well. Does Krause really want to go up under oath and say that he did not edit the files? That is the question. Now, here's what I thought at first, and we'll close with why my thinking was inaccurate. What I had originally thought was that Krause got the file airdropped to him from the detective, the file that was airdropped by the employee of the drone footage company. And then he moved it to his computer from his iPhone, compressed it, and did some other modifications because the aspect ratios are different. The resolutions are also different. And then had to get it back onto his iPhone. Maybe he emailed it. Maybe he texted it to himself. Either way, he saved it to his camera roll. He sent the original that was airdropped from the detective to the crime lab, and then emailed the lower quality version to his iPhone, and then saved it to his camera roll, which is what caused the file name change. And that is what he emailed to the defense. Now, that's my theory. Obviously, the compression didn't happen, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. We will get there. But there is analysis indicating that both the high-res and low-res file, though I have not confirmed the actual sources, there is indication that they were not created or edited by Handbrake, but rather in QuickTime, which indicates that both files are not the original. So here is the tweet that shows that. Explosive, sorry all, but it doesn't look like the files were edited with Handbrake, but, and this is a big but, like a certain lunchbox, both files were created with Apple QuickTime. This explicitly means that the files were not the original drone video No doubt about it. And it's quote tweeting saying, if Krause really did use Handbrake to export the video, it marks files internally that it was the software that was used to create the file. You can't find that metadata with Windows. I found it with a hex editor. Rittenhouse defense really needs to have an expert look at this. So let's open this up. You can see created with QuickTime. And these are the timestamps. So the date on this being 11/5/2021. It's hard to tell when exactly that was created, but no, you can tell when exactly that was created. It's hard to tell for sure whether or not this is data from those files. I don't know where they got this screenshot, but if that's the case, if both files were created in QuickTime, that is a big issue. I don't have a confirmation, but this guy is saying that this is the hex from the original files. So let's have a look at why why this is such a big deal. Let me blow this up a little bit, huh? So we can see this video. So you can see this video is not as wide and it's taller. 480 by 212. I can't see the lower one. It's a 3.6 megabyte, not millibyte, file. Once I hit play, it'll show everything. And remember, guys, to keep up with the chat, we're going to do you have to tag myself and Mitch for us to be able to keep up with you guys because we've got a lot on the docket tonight. So let's watch this video real quick. You can see there is a huge difference in the 3x zoom and the regular. The prosecution's copy is 1920 by 844. Again, different resolution and different aspect ratio. So whatever manipulation was done to send this to the defense was not simply email compression. You can see that certain areas in like down here, you've got cars disappearing off to the side quicker. You've got poles and parts of the street disappearing off to the side quicker, or just not appearing in the screen at all. It's a huge issue. And this top one is what was admitted as evidence. Now, they called for a mistrial without prejudice. That was a dumb decision. If it turns out that both of these files were created by QuickTime, that gives them ammunition, in my opinion, as a non-lawyer, the justification to call for a mistrial with prejudice, because that sounds like the prosecution deliberately tampered with evidence in addition to deliberately withholding that evidence and then lying to the court, swearing as an officer of the court that he didn't have the technical ability or knowledge to be able to edit these videos. Go ahead.
I have to say, the fact that Handbrake exists on that laptop, that's probable cause.
Yes.
I mean, if it was your computer or my computer, it would be probable cause.
Yep.
The fact that it's there is suggestive of the ability to make these manipulations. Whether he used it or not is a different issue, but it indicates that the ability exists, and it should be thoroughly investigated.
Yep.
Possibly with a broomstick with a magnifying glass attached at the end.
Right. And
just to make sure we see everything clearly.
A mistrial without prejudice is impossible.
At this point, yeah. I mean,
there is no way that they're going to get a clean jury pool at this point.
No, not at all.
No chance. And the defense should not have been asking for a mistrial without prejudice. No way, because their jury pool at this point is completely tainted. It's possible those the 18 people as the backup jurors and the main jury, it's possible that they're all capable of not watching the news or talking about it. They're not. but it's possible that they are. There is absolutely no chance at this point, 2.5 weeks into the trial, that the rest of Kenosha County doesn't know.
And even if you move for a change of venue, not going to work.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, but just with the numbers on Ricketa's stream, which broke 100,000 views.
100,000 live viewers.
Live viewers, yes. I mean, that's indicative. And, Ricketa's not the huge YouTuber.
No.
He's a good size, yeah, but he's not the giant YouTuber.
Although he's getting close.
Oh, he is now, yes. But it demonstrates the interest the nation has in this case.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just absolutely insane to assume that this prosecution has been an honest one.